They gave me a low short stump.
On the
1.5
pay-per-view.
on the pay-per-view shares was, I think it was 28 and a half. They couldn't even give me a full ass, and he was getting a bigger guarantee. So people are gonna say, well, because look how many pay-per-view buys they did. My brother, listen to me. Hold up. I need to educate everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas for Fight Up TV, powered by Stagefront VIP, being joined here with my man, Mr. Teofimo Lopez, who is returning to the ring, fighting in Las Vegas, February 8th against Jermaine Ortiz. I've always said it, Teo. This sport is popping and exciting with you in it. Your must-watch TV. You're finally coming back after a big win over Josh Taylor. But few things. One, saw you over the weekend. A few things popped off. What the heck is going on, bro? What's going on with Arnold Barboza pressing you, pressing your dad, and all that stuff that happened over the weekend?
I believe that with the Arnold Barboza situation, the guy just finished a fight. He just won. You know, Me as a fighter, I know when I just won, I'm gonna go with my team, my family, and we're gonna celebrate this victory, right? Isn't that what like all traditional boxers do? Whether we go to an after night, after club, or something like that, after party, So for him to come on to us, that's how I know we're winning. Everybody, you focus on your victory, celebrate, and then maybe there'll be another time where we could do something like that. But not a lot of guys like him are patient. They just want to make it to the top. How many fights does he have now? 18, 19 fights.
Let me see.
Right?
I'll pull up his box rec to give you the exact number.
I know he's undefeated. We'll keep that. We'll help him in that. We'll give him kudos for being undefeated.
He's 29-0.
Oh, okay. So even worse. All right. So
why is it even worse?
that's even worse. So all right, 29-0, trying to get a fight. Absolutely, we understand what he's trying to do in the business aspect, but it's just how you do it. You don't do it with other people that are just riding on your coattail and trying to rile it up. They're just boosting you up to get knocked out. Everybody just wants to be famous nowadays. And that's not the way I'm gonna do things and conduct my business moving forward. I'm not gonna help you with your own platform when it took me a long time to get to mine. I mentioned this previous interviews, and I'll say this to you, Marcos, and to Fight Hub. This is the thing. When I fought Vasily Lomachenko, we were leading up to that. We built the fight up. My father built the fight up, who is my head coach and trainer, Teofimo Lopez Sr. He built the fight. However, what did the champion at the time, the pound for pound #1 champion in 35 division, Vasily Lomachenko, high tech said? He said, I will not fight Teofimo unless he comes with a belt, a world championship title. So what did we do? We fought at that time, the world champion in the IBF lightweight division, and that was who? Richard Comey. So we fought to get to our position. So all I'm saying to you, Arnold Barboza, is that you do the same. If you cannot do the same, then you was never meant to be with me. You know what I mean? So you must go out your way. You didn't look as great, so I've heard. You didn't look as great on your Golden Boy debut, right? You didn't look as great as your Golden Boy debut, and everyone knows your Golden Boy debut. Everyone understands that when you do your debuts with any of these promoters, they're gonna make you look great because they gotta sell it out. They're invested in you. You're not gonna lie to me and tell me you're ready to fight for a world title when you can't even knock your guy out and go the distance. That's sad. So focus on your craft. Focus on that. And I had to walk away. They called me and everything. I said, "Yep, I'm the biggest out there." And they called me a bitch. I was like, "Yep, I'm the biggest out there," and I walked away because I have more to lose than gain hitting him right there and then, because that you don't do. That pissed me off. That really did. That pissed me off and or the freak off, I would say. I don't want to. I'm starting this new thing where we start being PG, but you just don't do stuff like that. And then when you have guys like these big bobbleheads and these freaking He-Mans that have no neck, next to them and trying to hype it up even more, it definitely riles up my team because we ain't like that. We not pussy. We're not. My team, nobody. My whole rep, we're like the mafia, bro. We don't do that. But you know something? there's a way to conduct business. If I walk away, I'll let my team handle that, and I'll just go and find something else to entertain myself in that time.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy night because you saw Bill get into it with Bernard, and like Bernard shoved him.
So much, right?
You were up in the ring dancing while that was happening. Like
No.
the Virgil thing that happened was kind of strange too.
With
Rolly
Tony
was there.
Weeks.
Barbosa got into it with Rolly. One question on Rolly. I don't just kind of clear the air, Teo. You guys are still friends, right? Like you still consider Rolly a friend?
I wish him nothing but the best, but we are not friends.
Whoa, okay. So you're not friends.
There's no
What happened?
friends in boxing, man. Come on,
No, no,
Marcos.
okay, okay. I know that. Like, if you guys have to compete, you have to compete. But like, you consider Rolly a friend outside of this still, right?
I got nothing but love for him.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I can say. I'm
Mm.
so happy for him that he strikes this deal with Ryan Garcia. That's gonna change his whole life and his family as he should. He's made his way up there. He's a two-time world champion for a reason. WBA is supporting him, and now this is a great opportunity for Rolando Romero. Rolly, I wish you nothing but the best, my man. I know we've gone our distance and our differences as it should be. However, I got nothing but love from you, but I know that you're on that side and I got to keep mine. So by all means, I wish you nothing but luck, my friend.
Did something happen, or is it just because he entered your division and you see him as competition?
Exactly. You just answered it for me. It's just because he entered my division and it's competition. That's all it is. Listen, it's what it is, and if he takes it personal, that's on him. I don't take anything personal. I may say certain things just to build up a fight. However, him and I always joked around. He will call me Tio, even though my dick ain't tiny. So it's like, and I would call him Raw Dog Rolly, and knowing that he wears condoms. So it's just stuff like that.
So outside of all this, pretty sure you guys are going to be friends.
Hey, man, I wish him nothing but the best. And
Okay.
but the main focus now, February 8th, Thursday. On a Thursday night, we
Yep.
fighting at the
In Las
Michelob
Vegas.
Ultra Arena in
Yeah.
Mandalay Bay.
Tough
Shout out
guy,
to
tough
Mandalay Bay
opponent, man. Tough
Casino.
opponent.
Absolutely,
Let me ask you this
definitely
though,
a tough
Teo,
competitor.
on that, on your return. You seem happy. You seem good right now. I know after your last fight with Josh Taylor, you had said you retired. We didn't know what to really make of that. And then a few months after, you said, no, you're keeping the WBO belt, but you did say, I've been going through a lot. I want to spend more time with my son, and I need that extra time to spend more time with my son. The natural question is Teo okay? Is Teo in a happy place? And is he good mentally? There's no problems happening anymore.
Teal's blessed, baby. I'm blessed, man. Blessed beyond measures, man. There's times where I tell the Lord Himself, man. I say, hey, man, you've given me more than I can ever ask for. What more is there I need? You know, and I'm not gonna stop the blessings. I kid you not. I'll accept them as they are, but I got to carry it much better. I think that I didn't carry it that well in the 35 division, and now that I'm in the 140 division, this is why I love the lessons that He teaches us. Is to conduct ourselves in a much better form, in a much better way. And that's where I see myself this year. I believe that everything, whether good or bad, is in my favor. And I'm going to continue that in a positive attitude and affirmation. So, I look forward to this fight. It's Super Bowl weekend. It's a Super Bowl week fight. This is the super fight, really. So I'm looking forward to just giving the fans an entertaining show, as I always do. We're going to give them a show before the show, bring back the Prince Nassim days. So shout out to Brad Jacobs, thank you, my man. Thank you to Top Rank and to everyone in the Top Rank stable. I also want to thank Bob Arum and ESPN for the platform that they're bringing me on. And what other way? We're now officially announcing Takeover Promotions as becoming the likings of Golden Boy Promotions, the likings of Eddie Hearns and Matchroom Boxing. We are becoming that. And I promise you, by the end of this year, I will have not only more than just one fighter on my stable, but multiple.
A few things based on what you just told me. So one, because I know a lot of fans say like, hey, which Teo is going to show up? Like you do so well against Lomachenko, do so well against Taylor, but like Sandor Martin, you don't do so well and others. And they're like, well, which Teo are we going to get? Is it because, the stuff happening in his personal life? Like which Teo are we getting? So naturally they're wondering this.
Well, this is the only way I can answer your question right here. Go to the event, February 8th, and watch the fight live. Get your tickets. Tickets are on pre-sale. Tickets are on sale. So go out there. If you're in Vegas, if you're in the West Coast, to everyone in the West Coast, shout you guys out, man. Appreciate you all, man. Hey, you know I fight for you all, man. And then for anyone in the East Coast that can still come out here, you know what I mean? We have a lot of great talent. We have Abdullah Mason, you know, who I believe is a tremendous athlete, a tremendous fighter, and he's definitely gonna make some noise for my fight. I got to
That's
keep
your
up with him.
that's your
I got to
fighter,
keep
right?
up. That's not even my fighter. I would
No.
love to have him. You know
Okay.
what I mean? I would love to have that type of fighter with me. But you know, he already made his contract deal with his certain person, and that's great. You know, and I know that they're happy, absolutely, and they know what to do with him. You know, and I'm happy to have him on my card. I'm very grateful for it. You know, and what else? We have Keyshawn Davis and
Keyshawn.
Jose
Yep.
Pedraza as the co-feature event, and it's gonna be a great showdown. It shows where Keyshawn Davis is at in that level of boxing. You
Yeah, and
know, it's
Keyshawn said that Floyd is going to pop in on the show too as well, to go
that's
and
nice.
see you guys perform.
Oh, how
Um,
lovely. I
what do you
love no,
say?
it's lovely. I love that. You know what I mean? Because even Floyd he said, you look very good my last fight. And I said,
Yeah.
appreciate you, champ. That means a lot coming from you. He
When
said, he's
when
like,
was
but you could
that?
get a lot. He said, but you could get a lot better. I said, of course.
Hmm.
I said, of course. That's why I'm talking to you. But you ain't want to help me at that time when I was talking to you. But I get it. I get it, champ. I get it. But you know something that I learned from Floyd
Hmm.
that we both started laughing about it was because when he took the time off after beating Ricky Hatton and he finished on top, and he beat Ricky Hatton in such a fashion. I mean, he check hook, let him hit the corner and fall. I mean, it was phenomenal. And then what does he do? You know, he retires for 2 years, comes back, fights Juan Manuel Marquez, you know, and made more money than he did in those other previous fights. So when I told him the same thing, we were just laughing because we understand that that's how you get more out of your buck.
Hmm.
You know, because we already know we've done so much in the sport. What more do we need to do? You know what I mean? The rest is just gonna be for how can I say, for brags and for bragging rights, really. You know what I mean? So it's great to have fighters like him that I've actually looked up to as a young kid to acknowledge that part. Floyd has his own reasons of why he does what he does, and none of us have any reason to question that. You know what I mean? Uh, to be honest, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for honestly giving me insight on your blueprint without nobody realizing how you did it.
Hmm. I got to ask you then, Teo, also, with the takeover promotions, you're starting your
Woo!
own promotional company. I know in the past, you had alluded to wanting a little bit more from your promoter. You know, we read into it like maybe you're not happy, maybe you want to strike on your own. You fixed everything with Top Rank. You had a talk. Like what happened there?
Well, I had to talk to the main man, and that's Bob Arum.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I had to talk to him directly and speak to him accordingly, you know, and with respect because that man has built so many of us, so many champions, regardless whether we like it or not, from Oscar De La Hoya to Mayweather to Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, Alexis Arguello. I can keep going, you know. Muhammad Ali, he did a little bit. So just to be in the amongst of talking with him is already a privilege, so to speak. And that's just me, no manager, nobody, just me and him, you know, and we got to the core, you know, and that is why we're back. You know, now we have our takeover promotions in effect. You know, I'm gonna have my own merchandise being sold there in the arena, so everyone come. We have so many great ideas. You know, I wish I could say it here on the Fight Hub. However, because of my ideas are so great, many people take them and do it into their own liking. So please understand, I cannot express it. However, I really wish I could. Really wish I could, Marcos, because it's just so dope how I'm creating these things in my mind, man. If I
So
could have one word, if I
they
could have
get
one
yeah.
word, if I got one word about me at the end of my whole life, I just want people to say, damn, Teofimo was a creative. He was a creative. You know what I mean? He was a creative son of. That's what I want that to be in my
Yeah,
grave. Matter of
that's
fact,
what
that
I
should be
was
my
just gonna
tomb.
say.
Should be my tombstone instead
That's
of the
your
takeover.
epitaph.
Yeah, just be like creative mother, creative son of. That's what I want.
Yeah, no, I was gonna mention like, oh, it sounds like you wanted more creative input in your career, and that's what they gave to you. Did you extend at all? Did you resign? Like, what's the status of all that?
Oh, no comment. No comment
No
there.
comment.
You know, yeah, no comment. We're just rebuilding ourselves, and that's all.
Okay.
You know, I just really want the whole boxing family and the community to understand I'm not here to say no more. You know, I'm here to work with everyone. And if we could do that this year as a New Year's resolution, I'm more than happy to hear everyone out and work around everything, you know, in the best way I can. Even if it can't be with me at that moment, I'll have other fighters that I believe will be perfect for their event. You know what I mean? And I'm here to help the boxing world and my family, and that's boxing. So for everyone that's listening to this right now here on Fight Hub with Marcos, this is where I'm at. And I really pray that everyone actually takes this with humility and understand that I was young. I was younger back then. I'm 26 now. I've passed that chapter of my life. And now I'm focusing from 26 to 49 to make this better. Because you get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. And I'm here to make that honey become more money for all of us.
Yeah, same here, brother. Same here. Hey, I got to ask you, Teo, this year, how many fights do you see yourself in this year?
3 to 4.
3 to 4?
Three to
Okay.
four. The minimum
So
is going to be 3 fights. The
minimum three
minimum.
fights. So I read something. Let me know if it's accurate or not. A fight Puerto Rican Day Parade in June in New York.
We'll see what happens because from what I heard from the IBF world champion himself, they're talking about fighting in March, April. So, you know, we'll see what happens from that point.
Yeah,
You
because
know
there
what
was
I
a
mean?
report that you were in discussions with Subril that you sent him an offer. That's correct.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
my father knows I could. My father knows what I could do to that boy. Trust me,
Mm. Yeah.
he knows. If anyone knows, you know, they're gonna
Mm.
say all that pressure. Man, I live. Pressure is my middle name. What do you think the takeover is? That's pressure. And what do pressure make? Pressure either busts pipes or it makes diamonds, right? And I'm a diamond, man. I'm a blood diamond. So with that being said, you know, we came to him with that, but they said that they had a hand injury from their last previous fight, so we couldn't make the fight happen this February with him as a unification bout, which I believe would have been a perfect opportunity for them. However, you know, they just made their deal. Al Heyman, PBC, just made their deal with Amazon, and he's a PBC fighter. So obviously they have their route right now, and maybe we'll see that in the next coming years or this year. That's up
Mm.
to them and Al Heyman and his management team. I've
Yeah.
done my part. I can say what I can say happily. You know, that social media stuff is not going to work with over here, and it's definitely not going to work when we go in that ring. I promise you that.
Yeah, because a lot of fans are labeling him as the boogeyman at 140 pounds.
Of course, just like they said about Lomachenko, and how did that end up?
Mm.
You know what I mean? I gotta say facts, boy. I got tabs on all of you guys. I got tabs, and I'm not saying you, Mark. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about these casuals that don't know shit about boxing. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Shoot, I've been boxing for 22 years, and I still don't know shit about boxing. So don't tell me you know something about boxing. Promise you that. That's why on the X app, shout out to Elon Musk. On the X app, what did we do? We just promoted and say, "May God rest his soul," but Roger Mayweather. Most people don't know shit about boxing. It's just what it is.
So you said 3 fights
Yeah.
at the very least. I'm thinking at the end of the year, maybe positioning yourself into a mega fight. I know when I spoke to Bob a few months ago, he was hoping to have you against Ryan on this date.
Yeah.
We spoke to you. You said that you didn't. Something happened. What happened? Clear the air, Teo. What happened there? Because we
Well,
ran into you.
now that
Yeah,
Oscar
yeah.
De
Go
La
ahead. Go
Hoya,
ahead. Yeah,
now
yeah,
that the chairmen have spoken,
yeah.
and I will say chairman because
Yeah, because I spoke
De
to
La,
Oscar too, and he told me I never got a chance to send Teo an offer.
exactly. So De La Hoya is the chairman of his own industry of boxing. Bob Arum is his own chairman of his industry of boxing, and then comes Teofimo, his building his industry of his own in boxing. So all the chairmen's already established it. We already passed it. They're building on. They're moving on to the next thing, right? For their fighters. Bob is moving on with me to something different, and so is Oscar De La Hoya with Ryan Garcia. So now I think I can say what I have to say about the percentage part
Yeah.
of it. So this is the thing, guys. I'm gonna go break it down to you guys how pay-per-view works, because I think a lot of the promoters think that I was just talking about, oh, this is all I'm gonna get. No, 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 no. I definitely understand the business standpoint of it. Listen, the guarantee is just what we get right there. But where we really get our numbers and money at is from the percentage of pay-per-view shares. That's how we split it. Everybody usually, we all know about 100%, if not 9 out of 10 other. If you're not Mayweather, about 9 out of 10 is going to be 33 of the third percent for the network. We all know this. You know what I'm saying? Now we split the rest between the promoters and the fighters. Well, my fee was, despite being number one in the weight division, despite having Madison Square Garden, the Sphere, reserved for Teofimo to have that fight with Ryan Garcia, right? To have all these accolades and all these buildings to come in and invest on us, they gave me a low short stump.
On the
1.5
pay-per-view.
on the pay-per-view shares was, I think it was 28 and a half. They couldn't even give me a full ass number. You know what I mean? So whoever made up that number and whatever, you a hater, and it's okay. We're just gonna move past it. We're not even gonna say anything else.
That came from Ryan's team, I would imagine. Then if Oscar's saying he never sent anything, right?
I know nothing, Jon Snow. I know nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing, Jon Snow. I just move forward, and I'm just gonna express what I had to express. My offer
Yeah.
was 1.5 million as a guarantee, and I'm like, wait, I got the Ring magazine and the WBO, which technically I'm undisputed because no one beat Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? No one beat him. He had the Muhammad Ali trophy. You know, he earned it. He beat Regis Prograis, who Devin Haney just beat, but he beat a Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor beat a Regis Prograis that was actually in the finals with him in the World Series of Boxing, the Super Six. Like so when we came to it, it was 28 in a half, right? Brian was getting, I think like 30 something, over 33 because of his thing and what he has done, or it was 32. Regardless of what it was, he was getting more of the upfront and he was getting a bigger guarantee. So people are gonna say, well, because look how many pay-per-view buys they did. My brother, listen to me. Hold up. I need to educate everybody. Tank and Ryan needed each other in order to make that fight. It wasn't one or the other. We got to set this record straight. Ryan Garcia has a huge fan base, absolutely, but so does Tank. And Tank's fan base was actual real boxers, real boxing fans. Ryan Garcia's fan base is YouTubers, the women out there, the young version of the girls, the age version. He had that platform, but he didn't have pure Mexican boxing fans with him. Okay, so they needed each other to build this, and the promoters and the network knew that in order to make this big fight happen. However, they want to have this, like this titlement of like we could demand anything because we hit the highest 1.2 million pay-per-view buys rather than all of you guys. Bro, me and Ryan Garcia fight, we'll pass that. I promise you, we'll surpass that. Because Teofimo has the Mexicans with him. La Raza. I have the whole Latino community with me. This is why every time I go out there, I represent it very much so because it means that much to me. But not only do we have the Latinos, we have the Asians, arigato. We got the Muslims, assalamu alaikum. You know what I mean? We got the Americans. I don't even want to say white. We got the Americans involved. So this will be a magnitude fight. However, at the same time, I'm not gonna let everybody continue to make more money from me and me only get a million or two per fight. Or I knew the evaluation was gonna be like 10 or 15. I should be getting. I should have been getting this already past that.
You felt you should have been the A side because of your status as the top guy at 140.
Most
And
definitely.
they weren't treating you as such. We saw something similar on Twitter with Ryan and Haney with the negotiations and him reminding Haney, I'm the bigger name.
Yeah.
I can go, and that fight will always be huge for me. Him going on the Rolly. I guess you mentioned that maybe he's not right because they both needed each other, but I don't know. What do you make of him saying like, no, I'm the guy, I'm the money guy. All you guys need me, not the other way around.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'll be real with you. Yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'll be honest with you, because now you're going to another route to get a belt to collect, so you can get a bigger fight with Devin Haney and as a unification bout, or with me, wherever that goes. You know what I'm saying? So you needed a belt, and prior to that, years prior to it, what did Ryan Garcia said in his lips? He said that boxing belts, the belts don't matter. The belts don't matter, but they do now, right? They do now because they've always mattered. So, and that's why I was trying to help everybody educate them on the percentage fee, how we work. Listen, I got contracts, bro. That's how we get these done. So when we do contracts for all these casual fans, it's the boxer, so the fighter agreeing to it on both sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
the network agreeing to it, the arena that has to go with it, and then the promotion, right? So it's in conjunction. We got four. And then we got sponsors that come in, and we got all that other extra stuff, right? Marketing and X and Y and Z. So that's how, ladies and gentlemen, boxing contracts work. So when we sign that deal, and when we sign in that fine print with our name on it, everyone is in partnership now. Everyone. Not one person other than the network can breach this contract. And I think it's time that I educate the boxing world. I should even start doing classes to teach these younger champions and younger fighters and these young athletes that are coming up into boxing. Here's your point right there to educate you guys. This is the takeover session 101. We go to that. So for everyone out there, this is how we conduct our business. And when you realize that you've done more, 10 times more than all the other guys from that form of era in my generation, then the roles should be reversed. But what are they using? The pay-per-view buys that they did with Gervonta Davis, now known as Wahid, and Ryan Garcia. So, you know what I mean? We're not going to use that this year. This year is like the best got to fight the best. We all want to see this happen. I do too. No one called me. No one FaceTimed me. Everybody and their mothers got my number. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, you even got my number. So, you know what I'm saying? So they could have easily called me like I did with Devin Haney. I texted him because I called him. He didn't answer. So I texted him and said, yo, it's Teo. Right? Let's make a fight happen. I got the executive right now, Joe Fisher from Madison Square Garden and Sal to make this fight happen with me and you at Madison Square Sphere, at the Madison Square Garden Sphere, at the Sphere in Las Vegas. They didn't do it. So I got to move on, guys. I got to move on. But you got these guys that lied to the media, and enough is enough. You either face me or shut up. Just shut up already. You stop using my name because it's starting to get played out. It's starting to get old. I need something new. And this is why I came back. I came back to the boxing world because my takeover promotions is new for me. That's new.
So with that being said, Teo, I know you want these fights.
Absolutely. I mean,
if they approach you, it sounds like, does it have to be on equal percentages?
Did you know that half of Haney's career was in Mexico?
Yeah. I know he fought out in TJ.
So how is he number one in the division? All my fights have been in the United States.
Yeah. Well, that's something I want to touch on with you about too.
I got one more thing. I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I just gotta say it because it hurts my heart when I'm the Buffalo Soldier for USA, and they take they stain my flag and they remove me from the grip and they put me as an Honduran. Although I'm very proud to be an Honduran. Yo soy un catracho. For crying out loud, ellos me dije que yo soy un gringo catracho. You know what I'm saying? Porque mi gente, saben que yo nací, ¿cómo es? ¿Nací? Yo nací en Nueva York, en Brooklyn. ¿Y qué es eso? ¿Qué país es eso? Es en Estados Unidos, ¿no?
USA.
Okay.
Yeah.
USA, right? So when it came to all that, right? I fighting Josh Taylor. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at Josh Taylor fight.
Yeah.
Okay. What flag do they put me on as a Honduran fighter now? Because Teofimo must have pissed somebody off, who knows what and why. And now they replaced me for Devin Haney, the American Dream Haney. And it's okay because this fight I'm gonna put, instead of Honduras, we're gonna switch it to something different. Because now if you guys want to play this role, then I will use it to my advantage. So thank you to everyone that has. But now it's time that we all conduct it as grown men and women, and as people that are going through human experiences into a better form. Because I'm not a young kid no more. I'm 26. I'm slowly becoming a man, and I'm generating into that. And I rather conduct myself as a professional rather than someone that doesn't know what they're doing.
I know this A side, B side argument is been an ongoing thing in boxing, and it's halted fights from happening. In terms of a Ryan fight, it looks like it could be an issue. Do you foresee it being an issue if they come to you with the fight for Ryan and he is the A side?
With me and Ryan Garcia?
Yeah.
Man, I don't care. Just give me more than a third because I earned it. Yeah. That's all I'm asking. You feel me? Just give me more than a third. That's all I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been earned. It hasn't been given. No one has backed me up. I'm my backup. You know what I'm saying? I didn't co-sign with Floyd Mayweather. I didn't co-sign with Gordon Boy. I didn't co-sign with Canelo. I didn't co-sign with Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., Zab Judah. I didn't co-sign with nobody. I just did it the right way, just through me. You know, I didn't have no celebrity boxer come and take me under their wing. You get me?
Hmm.
So why am I getting? Why am I getting? Oh, I know why. It's because I can actually really do this without nobody's help.
Hmm.
But at the same time, and what I mean by nobody's help, I mean not just in the boxing standpoint, but not in the business. In the business, we all need each other. Okay, I want to say that loud and clear right here. I need you guys, and you guys need me. So let's start being like that rather than clashing heads. Because when I all we're gonna really do is affect the next generation that comes. Is it not true? You know, we're starting to have more fans gaining in the MMA field than we are in boxing, especially after the stunt that Shakur Stevenson did, who was the next, supposedly next Floyd Mayweather, the next pretty boy over Devin Haney. When you perform like that, that makes everybody just stray away. You know, but listen, we're here now. And all I can say is for everyone, promote this fight. See how this goes. You know what I mean? Test the waters. That's all I ask. Test the waters. It's Super Bowl week. There's so much that we could do. Thursday night, Friday. I mean, February 8th. You know what I mean? I'm thinking I'm ready on Friday. I don't want to go, Freaky
You
Friday on
already
everybody.
Free Friday. Teo, like I mentioned at the
Is that
beginning of
your
this
fake
interview.
laugh? Hold up. Is that your
No,
fake
no,
laugh?
no. You crack me up, bro. I love talking to you.
I love it, man.
Like I mentioned in the beginning of this chat, you are the number one guy at 140 pounds. And I feel
No, I'm the number one guy in boxing. It's
you're
time. It's
you
time
beat the
to
guy who
start
beat the
wearing it
guy, in Josh Taylor. But
twice.
I feel at times sometimes people overlook that or forget that, because they bring in other people's names being the real number one,
No, I'll
just
tell you why.
because of Haney had that dominant win over Regis. A lot of people put him
I'll
number
tell you
one.
why.
A
I
lot of
had a
people
more
put
dominant.
Matias number one.
I had a more dominant win over with Josh Taylor than Haney had with Progress.
Hmm.
Promise you that. Promise you that. So it's not even that, ladies and gents, and pronouns. It's not even that at all. It's the fact that all the money that I make comes back to me and no one else. No one owns me. The only person that owns me is the person that created me, and that's the Lord above everything. You know, that's the only one that has the right to all this. So that's the reason. And all I'm saying now is that, hey guys, I mentioned this before after I beat Lomachenko. I already told everyone I'm not here to step on your toes. That still remains the same, and I'm not here to mess anybody's money. That also remains the same. However, if you do it to me, now that's just foul, is it not? I think that's just foul because I'm just trying to do this the righteous way. I'm not trying to bring guns involved. You know what I mean? Like they don't understand. I'm linked with the president of Honduras. I'm linked to have all access with the king of Spain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you not understand that I'm with G? Like, I can't even say it. You know what I mean? Let me not get myself caught up. I'm much more powerful than what they seem. Do they not understand that I have investors like Bud Light and Essentia Water that are billion-dollar companies that are now Essentia being owned by Nestle? Do they not understand that Rain Body Fuel, which is the sister of Monster Energy, is invested in me? Do they not understand the reason why I walk alone is because I'm never alone? Do they not understand I have snipers wherever I walk? Did you guys know that?
Oh, I didn't know that, Teo. But this fight with Devin,
Fuck,
and
right? Fuck.
it's gonna
Fuck.
happen. Wait, it's gonna happen though because I know there's a lot of history there, a lot of bad blood between both you guys. Is it gonna happen
Well,
by the end of the
eventually,
year?
it's up to their side.
It's up to their side.
That's all I could say at that
Yeah.
moment. I got to focus on Jermaine Ortiz, the technician, the guy that gave Lomachenko a run for his money, the guy that has been working his way up the ranks, that at least shows that he's a solid fighter that can handle some pressure and some magnitude of a fights. So this is a great moment for us. I think this is the times where I think the Almighty Father is letting us all realize something. This is everybody's chance in the boxing world to make their things right. And I think they only have one shot at this, and they should take advantage of it now. I'm not here to burn no bridges, and I mean that with my whole heart and my soul. I'm not here to burn no bridges. I really want this in a peaceful manner because we got to think about the longevity part, ladies and gents, and pronouns. We got to think about it. This is not. We can no longer be boxing if we don't have fighters in the game. And right now, the biggest names in boxing just want to get paydays. And of course, you could add me in the mix, but I've earned my payday. You know, you know. But other than that, man, I like what I'm doing. I like how I'm feeling. I think now it's time that I'm getting comfortable in my own skin of realizing that it's time that I wear my crown. It's time that I actually walk with it with confidence. And let's see how far I could take this in this next chapter of my life in the boxing world. I love boxing, Marcos. I mean, I love it. I mean, I've literally bled, I have sweated, and I have cried with tears for this sport, and it has made me, and I'm just here to come back to make boxing great as it always has been. That it has done for all the great champions, that has made Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, that has made Marvin the Marvelous Hagler, Roberto Duran, I mean, freaking Floyd Patterson, Joe Lewis. I mean, it goes on and on. So let's not forget about this, guys. Please. That's all I say to all the business guys that don't quite like me because I'm not with them. Just there's a bigger purpose here. I see boxing ending in 5 years. If
No,
we
don't say that. No,
if
no,
we
no.
well, no, no, no. If we don't fix it this year, it's gonna decrease.
Mm.
My wife, which is boxing, she called on to me to come back, and that's why I'm here today.
Mm. Well, we,
She
we
called on
thank
to me.
we thank your wife then. We thank
Well,
boxing for bringing you
because
back.
I understand pimping ain't easy, but you don't pimp the wife of boxing because
Yeah.
trust me, I'll tell you firsthand, she's made me respect her more than ever for those
So
reasons.
an observation here. Ryan
Man, this is nice.
negotiating with Devin. He says he wants this fight with Rolly, and then Eddie says we're either looking for a fight with Devin against Sandor Martin, someone you fought, or moving him to 147. I
To fight Mario
presume,
Barrios.
yeah, to fight Barrios. Um, but then I saw an interview you did a few days ago with Michelle saying that you wouldn't mind going to 147, and you mentioned Terence Crawford,
Yes.
which I was like, oh wow, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
And then you kind of went in on his resume. Elaborate a little bit about that thing. Why? I don't know. What you brought up your points as to why you felt he fought guys that were injured or not at their best moment,
Handicapped.
handicap. Yeah, but other people have said like he only fought the guys that were available to him. Like they try to freeze him out for the longest time.
Well, now they got him where they need him, and they freezing him right now. Hey Crawford, yo, bro. I know you call me a fake, fake ninja. It's cool, bro. It's cool, man. No problem. I brush that shit off like I do with everything else that they done with my career. Feel me, bro? But I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I know that you're a great fighter. I'm a great fighter. You like tough competition, and so do I, man. Shoot. I may not be black, but I got it in me. So all I say with that being said, man, it's like whenever you're done with that contract, and if you stay at 147, then yeah, man, I think we make more money than you made with Spence. You know what I mean? I think that's definitely me and you. Afterwards, we go our separate ways, bro. But I gotta be honest with you, man. Like you gotta figure out what you gotta do with Spence. If y'all gonna go to 54, cool, no problem, man. Make more money, take care of your family. You got beautiful kids, my bro. That I don't ever disrespect. I always understand that family. That's a barrier. You know what I mean? And I understand that part. You can call me a fake ninja all you want, but that's one thing I won't ever cross, man. Congratulations to your boys, man. Let them keep winning those wrestling matches. Hell yeah, man. You're a great role model as a father, so keep doing that. I'll take that from your own book. Other than that, man, I'm just a fighter that likes to fight, man. I just love challenges. And I know the best guy that will probably give me the best challenge is Crawford. It's
That's
Crawford.
crazy, Teo. You're the only guy that is
Crawford.
calling him out. No one else wants to really fight Terrence other than Errol.
Well, because there's no one that has confidence. Everybody's just cocky and just living off of this facade, this illusion of whatever the heck it is. I'm not there. I'm not in that matrix. I'm not in that 3D world. I'm in like 8D. I'm in 8D world. I don't think people even know what that is yet. So you know what I mean. But hey, Crawford, man, I just say this and I love Bomac. Bomac Brian is a hell of a trainer, And my father is a hell of a trainer, and I know that would be like a fight of the century, bro. That'd be a fight of the century, you know. But hey, he's got his own thing, and Crawford is 36, on leading on to 37, I believe. And you know, he has his things, you know. He knows what he's doing. He has real estate. He makes his money. He doesn't even need to come to boxing no more, for crying out loud. But you know what? The guy loves it, and so do I. I love boxing. You know what I mean? It made us who we are today. You know, you can't call Terence Crawford Bud without it being boxing. You can't call Teofimo Lopez the takeover without it being boxing, man. You know, so I wish him nothing for the best on that side. And whenever that comes across, if the gods above want to make that happen, then it will happen. You know, I
Jeez,
leave it
that's
all
a
in fate.
huge fight, man. That
But you
is a
see, did
huge
I?
fight.
I don't think I disrespected him, did I?
Nah, nah. Well, in the other interview, maybe
No,
because
I'm
you
just
kind
calling
of,
it what it is.
you
I'm just
kind
calling
of.
facts, bro. I'm just saying facts. That's not even disrespect. That's just facts. You fought Jose Benavidez, who had a shot knee. You know what I mean? And had a little difficult times with him in the beginning of the rounds, trying to figure him out. When it came to Kell Brook, like, bro, I was just doing it for my publicity of UK, fam. You feel me? I can't even call him fam, bro. I'm calling bro. Like, you feel me? I'm just doing that for my own business. But I knew you was gonna kick his butt. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't here to rekindle shit. It is what it is. You're on that, and I'm on this. However, he fought a guy that had a broken eye socket. You feel me? And then when it came to who's the last person that what
Errol
was it? The
Spence.
other injury. It was the other injury that he had. He had fought another fighter that was injured. Oh, all right. Errol Spence, his recent one. And now Errol Spence is coming back saying that it was the reason why he couldn't stop those jabs and hooks. I mean, he should stop right there. You know what I mean? He should stop right there. But you know, another guy that had a car accident and has never been the same since that accident. So that's all, man. I'm not saying nothing to disrespect his credentials, because believe it or not, Crawford won Fighter of the Year, I believe, in 2013 or 2014.
When he became undisputed for the Ndongo win, for being, for getting the
Yeah,
belts at
you know what I
140.
mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it was, 2017, whatever it was, he already became Fighter of the Year. You know what I mean? So I know that I'm not gonna take away what Crawford has done. He's undefeated for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna lie to me. Tell you that. You could probably tell everybody else what it looks good on record, but you ain't gonna lie to me, because I know boxing somewhat. And yeah, man. So, but moving forward, man. Like I said, that has to be a fight that has to be done in 47. I'm at 40 right now. You know what I mean? And I remember Crawford mentioning that he'd probably come down to 35 at that time. You know, when I beat Lomachenko. So, hey, you know, if it's there, it's there. But moving forward, man, February 8th, you know, Jermaine Ortiz, you know, and that right there sets the tone for all this that I'm saying now. You know, this is me versus me, nobody else. I'm my worst critic because I need to be. I'm the person that could beat me because I know how to. And every day I train on how to beat me, because the moment I cannot beat me, then no one else can.
Last thing for you, Teo. Putting yourself outside of all this, how would you rank everyone at 140? Because it seems it's probably one of the most stacked, most competitive divisions in boxing right now. Because you have Devin, you have Ryan, you have Rolly, you have Subriel, you have newcomers promotionally to Golden Boy such as Ramirez, Barbosa. You also have Barroso, who got a knockout win over the weekend, who many fans want to see him rematch against Rolly. But how would you rank all those guys?
In my division,
Yeah.
number two, because the Teofimo's number one.
Yeah. No, I said outside of you, because I know you're going to put
Outside of
yourself
me,
as number
man,
one.
what? There's no division without Teofimo, man. There's no division without Teofimo. Wherever we go, we take over. But if we really wanted to break it down, obviously Devin Haney has earned that stripe. But I would say Matias second, Devin Haney third, Ryan Garcia is fourth. No, Barroso is fourth, and then Ryan Garcia is fifth. Well, no. Let me bring it back, because I can't forget about Rolando Romero, in this mix. So let me reset this again.
Yeah. Reset this. Reshuffle the board.
Reshuffle the board. All right. We got Teofimo as number one. We had to go between the two. I would say, okay, Devin Haney's number two. Matias is number three. Rolando Romero, number four. Barroso, number five. And then Ryan Garcia, number six. Because he still got to work his way up. Got to work your way up. Even though you are the star power and everything, you still got to win a world title in my eyes in order to say that you are in that rank.
Is that also the order of opponents you feel that could challenge you the most?
Yeah, let's say that. Just
Yeah.
so I can build this Haney fight. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Okay.
yeah. Let's just say that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, good stuff, Teo. Like I mentioned, you're always good to have in the world of boxing. You return February 8th in Las Vegas,
Yes.
Mandalay Bay. Jermaine
Michelob
Ortiz.
Ultra Arena, baby.
Yes.
Michelob Ultra Arena. Shout out to
You're
Mandalay Bay
you're not only
Casino, Las
defending
Vegas.
the WBO title, but you're defending the lineal championship at
Ooh,
140 pounds.
that's my
Um,
baby.
I think it's very important for fans to know
What it
that
means?
yes, that it means because you beat the guy who beat the guy who beat the guy. So for all intents and purposes, you are the number one at 140 pounds. Not because I'm trying to kiss your ass, but because you beat the undisputed guy who never lost his undisputed titles in a match, and you beat that guy.
That's not kissing my ass. It's just pure facts.
Yeah.
When did the truth become kissing ass? You know what I'm saying?
You know how people are.
No,
They're
but
gonna they're
I
gonna
definitely
say it
know.
as like, oh, Marcos is trying to kiss Tails' ass. You know,
Man, I was speaking with Sean McCoy, man, and my man was telling me one specific thing, man. After he acknowledged for what I did, he watched it himself. He was just being an honest man, as any of us should be, right? In this day of era. He said this. He went out his way. He says, "Bro, after I said that, man, all these boxers were calling me and saying that I was doing this and that." I was like, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know boxers turn into bitches. You know, if somebody had a good performance and it's not me, I'm not gonna take it personal. You know what I mean? Not everybody's like Teofimo, and I'm not, and you know they have their own agenda. But man, that's crazy. You know, just because a man's speaking the truth, it doesn't mean that I didn't know rocking with somebody you always gotta lie to everybody. You know, that's why I have everybody. You know, it's so funny. It's like the whole pleas that they've all made. If only they knew the same guys that they plead is everyone supports Teofimo too. You know, so I just with grace and with humility, man. I love everybody in boxing, and I think I just wanna say I'm sorry
sorry for what?
for absolutely nothing, motherfuckers.
That's Teofimo Lopez. He returns coming up February 8th on ESPN. As always, Teo, thank you.
Peace.